Hey, hey, hey. Hey, everybody, what's going on? Welcome to my live or my recording, uh, Battles and Journeys. If you're on my YouTube channel, go to Battles and Journeys. If you're on my Facebook, go to Battles and Journeys and hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. As you notice, hey, Cynthia, I've been making more videos these days and attempting to be more consistent with my with my journey, and which is the reason why my YouTube channel is Battles and Journeys. I want you to see and hear my journey. I hope y'all are having a good day today. Seemed to be pretty nice today. It rained earlier here in Colombia. The rain sort of ran me from the pool because I had other things that I didn't need to get wet. But I came back downstairs and decided I would make a video and just sort of share something. Um, what is revealed might actually surprise you, and that is how I entitled this recording. Because many times we're surprised by what we find out. Yeah, we're surprised by what we find out, and maybe you may not be surprised because sometimes some of the things that we act surprised about we already knew, and we just ignored it, or we ignored the red flags, or it just wasn't the time to say anything. And some of you really might be surprised and might get your feelings might be hurt because of what is revealed or what may have revealed itself to you. But what I will say is circumstances and situations will reveal the hearts of people. And it's okay when you find out the truth, right? Truth hurts. It can hurt. There's something called the truth, and then there's something called the ugly truth. Sometimes people don't like to believe what they see or what's been revealed because it's ugly. There's an ugliness to it, but it is still the truth, regardless of how the picture is painted. It is still a portrait or it is a painting. It has revealed itself. I will say this: people can only or things can stay undercover just for so long. There's a time limit for it to be hidden. Things and people, their hearts and how they feel about you can be hidden only for so long. But I know we've heard the term pressure will burst a pipe. Sometimes pressure build up, build up, build up, build up, build up, and people explode because they allow that pressure to build and build, and then their pipes burst, right? And what I've learned in life is sometimes, in order for people to be truthful with you, because they won't be truthful with you until their pipes are almost to burst. When they've carried it too long, or they've carried it longer than they should have. So often I say, I'd prefer a person to tell me the truth versus me finding out the truth. Have you ever been in a relationship and the relationship, there was some red flags, and there's something that wasn't right about the relationship, and you saw the patterns change, whether it's a platonic relationship, a romantic relationship, or just having a relationship with people in general. For me, I am a watcher of patterns. I watch very closely. Hey, Mary, how you doing? Hey, Cynthia. I watch very close. I watch patterns. I watch movement. I watch body language. I watch facial expressions. I watch frequency, how frequent you do something. When you get off pattern, it's all about paying attention. And when you pay attention long enough, you'll see um, some missteps and you'll see the pattern change. See, some of this stuff, Ray Charles could see it, and Stephen would never have to wonder. So if we just pay attention to patterns and behavior, look at expressions, I'm always attentive to that. Always attentive to body language because it is the language. Your body tells a story. Your movement tells a story. How you respond tells a story. It's a language. It is a way of communicate. It is a way of communicating. Body language. That's what they call it. Language. Language is a way to communicate. And so it is better for me. I always tell people it's better that you tell me the truth versus me finding out the truth. Because if you lie and you don't tell the truth, and then a person finds out the truth, now that says you tried to deceive me. Not only did you lie to me, you were deceptive. You've made me believe the lie you told because you went into some, here's my right hand to God. I'm not lying. If I was lying, da 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 da. So, but you might be surprised, right? Because what situations will do and pressure will do, it will reveal the true person. It will reveal what they've been feeling. It will reveal how they've been thinking because they've reached a boiling point where they can no longer hide who they pretended to be and how they pretended to feel. And so this is why expression is always important. Now, timing is everything as well. You got to know when to express what you're going to express. Also, give yourself a cooling off period where if you find something out and you're angry about it, or it makes you emotional, or it upsets you, cool off before you approach the situation. It may take you days. It may take you weeks for a cooling off period, and then go back and revisit, because you'll find out when you take that time and pull back, you will approach the situation differently because you've had time to think. But if you react out of your anger or out of your frustration, you'll end up saying things in a way that is harmful. It is injurious how you say it. It can become very injurious. And when we talk to people, hopefully it is not your intention to injure them while talking to them or confronting a situation. I've learned in life to have a cooling off period. Some things I want to attack immediately, but wisdom says, no, this is not the time. The stove is too hot. You're at a boiling point. You need a cooling off period. You need to back off, pause, think about it, reconsider. Is this the right time? Am I in the right frame of mind? How are my emotions? How am I responding to my emotions? And am I going to say something that I may have to later apologize for? So when we take those things into consideration and we analyze and say, okay, I don't want to have to go back and apologize. And it's nothing wrong with having being able to apologize. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you can put yourself in a position that you don't have to apologize, meaning think before you speak, right? Analyze how you're going to approach the situation. When we do that, then we're more balanced in our approach, and don't ever approach something or a situation or conversation when you're angry, because 9 times out of 10, you may regret something, right? You may regret, hey, Marcellus, what's happening? 9 times out of 10, you may regret something because you didn't analyze, you didn't have a cooling off period, and you spoke and you struck out of your emotions. You were angry, you were hurt, you were disappointed. So if I can really submit to you, sometimes you have to just step back, have a cooling off period, reevaluate the situation. and reanalyze it. Because if not, you can do more harm than good when you want to approach a situation. You can be more injurious to a person, place, or thing if you don't have a cooling off period and you react out of your emotions, not respond, but you react out of your emotion, whether that emotion be anger, hurt, disappointment, or whatever. But I said all of that to say the title of this is you might be surprised at what's revealed. It really may surprise you. When people are angry and they're upset with you, something may come out that may surprise you. And it's really good. You need to know the intent of the heart. They've been feeling this way all along. Listen, two types of people. Well, all right, so let me say this. People that are not expressive by nature, they become more expressive when they're angry or when they are drinking. You get people that are drinking and they're going to slip up and say stuff. Absolutely. Yep. Most time it's the truth of how you're perceived. Absolutely. Most of the time they wait till they get angry or they get drunk or sometimes, inebriated with something. High. That's what Marcellus, that's my point. Yes, that's my point. And people, but everybody's not like that. For me, I don't have to be angry to tell you how I feel. I don't need an adult beverage to tell you how I feel. I don't need to go through I don't have to have any type of substance to really express, because I'm an expressive person, right? I see myself as expressive. You may not like the confrontation, but there's some things, if I can't sleep and I can't rest over it, then I need to talk about it. So for me, I take cooling off periods and then I analyze. I said, is it worth my energy? Is it worth my time? But some of you might be shocked at what comes with people. Can y'all see me? I got this light going on. Let me just try it this way. I got mine. All right. So when you might be shocked when people are angry and they tell you something and then they'll come back and say, I didn't really mean that. They meant it. Oh yeah, they meant it. I can't do tequila, Marcellus, because if I did tequila, I'm not responsible for any of my actions. And I like to be in full control of how I feel and my decision-making process, and tequila does not allow me to do that. And so I have to always be in the know, because anybody gonna protect you like you gonna protect you, right? This sun is shining. I wonder if I move this way, it's still gonna give me some. Anyways, so all I'm saying is don't be shocked at what comes out of people's mouth when they're angry or they are drunk. And what you do is don't get angry with them. You needed to know this information. It's just that pressure, they were at a boiling point and they could no longer hold it. Don't be angry. You need to know how they really feel. I'd prefer someone to tell me they don't like me than to pretend that they like me. 99.9% of the time, I'm gonna know anyways. I pay attention to actions. Turn the camera towards the light. Yeah, well, see, I don't have any lights on, but it's just bright in here. Can y'all see me well? It's bright in here. Hold on. Maybe I should do it this way. It's bright in here, but I'm so dark, Marcellus. Yeah, so it's bright in here. I'm going to make this quick because I want to go up to the rooftop. Yes, I want to go up to the rooftop. Well, that is better, even on my computer. I want to go up to the rooftop and get some swimming in. Hey, Larisha, what's happening? But what I'm saying is, don't get upset when people really see. For me, I like when people tell me how they feel, whether it's good or bad. I like to know, like, how you really feel. I don't like for people to be fake and pretend and be pretentious around me. I like to know, if you're my enemy, I want to know you're my enemy. Or if you're angry with me, I need to know about your anger, because you really might be angry for the wrong reason, or how you perceive something, or the fault. You know how many people are angry over false perception and disinformation? We sit in the United States of America. I'm not there now, but you sit in the US where people are angry and upset over disinformation. Now, y'all know no election was stolen. You have a whole group of people repeating a lie, thinking the more they say it, the more people are going to believe it. And there are some people out there that don't think on their own. They're crippled thinkers, and they're not critical thinkers. But do you see the way our world is going, or the United States is going? People will be angry over disinformation. So sometimes a person's anger may be because they've been disinformed. Oh yeah, they know, but they have to continue repeating something to make it look like, but we're gonna all see in a moment. But what I'm saying is, people will be angry at you for something that's not even true. They didn't take the time out to come to you to find out. Absolutely. I agree, Marcellus. Listen, they play dumb, but they're not dumb. They know. There are people who are angry with you, dislike you based on the information that was given to them. And because they're not critical thinkers and they need somebody to think for them and speak for them, they will take those words, excuse me, get tongue tied. And these braces ain't helping me, because now there's shifting and movement. And sometimes even when I chew, I bite my tongue because it's just correcting the bite. But there are people who would, over disinformation, and they won't take the time to even come to you and ask you if this is true. They'd rather run with the disinformation. That is true. They'll run with disinformation, being misinformed. They won't find out for themselves, and they will dislike you for the wrong reason. Which is that Bishop S.D. Johnson told us as kids, the devil will tempt people to hate you, without a cause. You know what, Marcellus, what I found out, and that is very true. If you ask people, if you go to the people that say they hate you and they can't stand you and you this and you that and you and the other, if you go to them and ask them, why do they dislike you? They really can't even tell you. When they think about it, because you've not done anything to them. It was their process, their perception of something, a false perception. And instead of getting clarity and understanding, they'd rather run with the perception that they got, right, of you without getting any clarity. So you might be surprised how people feel about you. Absolutely. Because people can hate you for no reason. I remember telling one person, I said, you know what? He told me, Joseph Hargrove said to me one day, because somebody was fighting something in court. He said, you don't have to do anything for people to pick up mud and sling it on you. They'll try to make it look like something that it's not. And I mean, of course, I experienced that with, I won't even give credence to the names of one of the bloggers that, they'll paint a false perception of you so that they can protect their friends, right? So what I'm saying to you all, don't get upset and angry when you find out how a person really feels. Really appreciate them, applaud that, because now you're no longer walking in ignorance. And when they come back and apologize, please accept their apology. They're really apologizing They apologize for how they let you know, right? They didn't intend for you to know how they really felt, but because of some type of substance or their anger or their discontent with you, um, it made it come out. You want it to come out. You know, Marcellus, what I do when I meet new people, I often pray, like within myself. And these are the words I say: reveal to me quickly who you are and why you're here. And I promise you, and I don't have to say it out my mouth, I just pray within. Because if you watch the actions and watch the behavior, they're going to tell you who they are. And when people show you who they are, please, y'all, please believe them. Stop trying to change the paint, the portrait. Don't try to paint it a different color because you don't want it to look that way. Stop trying to change people's character by the stroke of a brush and say, oh, they didn't mean that. They meant it. They meant it. They just didn't mean for it to come out. But something that they were on or the anger pushed it out of them. They had no intentions of you knowing how they really felt, because people are in the business of making you believe something that's not true. They're in the business of deceiving you. That's what they want. This world is deceptive. Look at the foods that you have in the United States. Anyways, we're not going to even talk about that. It's so much deception, but don't be surprised at what is revealed when people are angry or they're drunk. Believe them, accept the apology, and keep it moving. And you don't have to reconcile. Forgive them, keep moving, because now you know. Now, if you choose another route and choose to keep them in your corner, now you know. You can't put it on ignorance. See, now you can't say, "Oh, I didn't know." Now you know how they feel. I want to know when I'm in the midst of a snake, because I need to keep my eyes open. I need to be aware of the serpentine or the serpent, the vile, demoniacal, demonic, whatever you want to call it, the demonic behavior. I want to know when there is a snake in the midst of me. I don't always have to point it out, though. I don't always have to say, that's a snake. I don't always have to do that. And I learned that many, many years ago, because sometimes you knowing is not for you to let everybody else you know. You knowing is for you. So you know how to move amongst the snakes, move around the snakes, gain wisdom from the snakes. Then it said, be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. You've got to sit back and be cautious of what you share, how much you share, and when you share, when you are in the midst of snakes, hyenas, whatever you want to call them, anything that you want to know, so you can keep your eyes open. But you don't always have to acknowledge, give them public notice, and know who you are. No, you just keep going. You know within your knower who they are. And so now you know how to move with wisdom and grace amongst them. You know not to share any pertinent things around them, right? So don't be surprised. Please don't be shocked. Don't be surprised. Be grateful that it came out. So now you know, and what you do with that information is going to be on you. All right. I hope y'all have an amazing day. I have to get a few laps in. I'm going swimming and enjoy the rest of the sunshine. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. No. All right. Marcellus, it's good to see you, man. Yes, I am here in South America. I love y'all. Thank you for chiming in. Peace out.